Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy AJ. I'm here with Cypher, Rage, and Chubbs. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at Nets Kingdom One. A lot to talk about. We had a crazy 48 hour. This is insane. The NBA world has been going crazy with these trades. First, though, we gotta talk about the banger, Luka Doncic, man. The Mavs just did their big one and traded their franchise star, Luka Doncic, to the Lakers. Um, what does this mean for the Nets, though? What does this mean for the Nets? Before we go into that, I just want to get you guys quick takes on this, Luka. I know I'm still trying to wrap my head around this trade. I'm still trying to wrap around it, but you go first, Rage. Your quick first reaction when you saw the Luka news.
Well, it was too bad because I was asleep and I woke
Yeah,
up at like 5 in the morning, just a bunch of the craziest stuff, and it was just trying to process of like what just happened, like why,
yeah,
why would the Mavericks do this?
yeah,
And it was like the first impact of like what it would be like why Luka would have to request out. He would have to request out. He was like, no, I didn't request out. It was just crazy to think the fact that Dallas would be willing to move off of Luka, that their young superstar, and who was almost, coming up on, signing a big contract, and they just let him go for Anthony Davis, and it just gives them a way shorter window to win.
mhm,
And it was just very confusing. And now the Lakers do it again, man. I don't know how Rob Pelinka keeps doing this. I don't know how every time the Lakers are always getting are they're always getting something. And Luka, they have their next franchise guy for a long time. The Lakers always get bailed. I don't understand. I
yeah.
don't understand. I don't get it. But the Mavericks, they can still win, but it's just very questionable on their end.
The
It was
Lakers,
just, what are they
man.
doing?
How do they
And
keep
one
getting
pick
away
back,
with this?
one pick. They got one pick back.
Yeah.
They got one first.
The basketball gods love the Lakers and they hate the
Unbelievable.
Nets.
Yeah.
They can't keep getting away with this.
Saif, I want you to talk to us before I go to Chubbs. Talk to us about this Luca contract situation because Luca was supposed to be a free agent, and we know the Nets star hunt. We've been talking about it for 3 videos now. Star hunt, star hunt, star hunt. Luca was probably on your list. If we knew he was available, we know Nico kept it on the hush with it's just him and the Lakers, but Luca was supposed to be a free agent in what, 2026, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to us
So
about this. Yeah.
originally, okay, I've been anti-star hunting because I've always been under the assumption that these types of players in their prime would never be available.
Right.
Like Giannis being available, the only reason why Giannis might be available is because he's going to be 31 next season and he's just getting older.
Yeah.
Never in the history of the NBA has a player like Luka Doncic, an MVP candidate in his mid 20s, become available for trade. It's
Yeah.
never happened.
Yeah.
So the fact that it happened, it is just crazy. It is legitimately baffling, and we'll find out more. Like we'll see what happens, but there is a legitimate chance that Luka could be a 2026 free agent because him getting moved to the Lakers
Mhm.
means he's no longer supermax eligible,
Yeah.
meaning the money could be the same. Now he could sign the extension with the Lakers this offseason,
Mhm.
uh, but there's no, aside from like security, job security or financial security,
Right.
there's no real reason to do it because Luka's always going to get a max.
Yeah.
And if he's not getting the super max, he could just explore free agency. And there is a small chance that the Nets could have projected cap space if they're smart with this off season,
Yeah.
and they could maybe steal him away.
There's a risk. There's a risk that the Lakers took. It's a huge risk, but it's not it's not something really against the grain because you're getting a generational 25-year-old top 3, maybe, yeah, whatever you want to put an order in, top 3 NBA player in the nation today, in the world today. So it's like it's a risk. But you're hoping that Luka re-signs, or what do we have to do? He would have to sign a short-term extension, I think, like a 1-and-1, and then wait for that full 400 million from the Lakers. But I think that would be like at least 1 or 2 years down the line, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like you're taking the risk that Luka is going to be like, "Oh, I love the Lakers. I'm going to sign with you guys." But you don't know if he says in 2026, like, I'm not really feeling this LA limelight. I'm not really feeling this. I'm out. Let me see what the market has for me. And the Nets will be right there. The Nets are going to be right there with probably 100 million cap space if they don't make no crazy moves, and a whole bunch of draft picks. Count how many draft picks we can give up for Luca. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But Chubbs, yeah, go ahead and your first reaction to this Luca news, bro.
No, my first reaction was everybody else's reaction.
Yeah.
That's not real, followed by a Shams must be hacked.
Yeah.
And if people were on the spaces for Nets Kingdom and we were chilling and just chopping it up about the game, and then out of nowhere you'd be like, "Hey yo, y'all check Shams," and we try like, "Yo, he's got to be hacked. He's got to be."
Yeah. Yeah. We were like, yo, he's hacked. I remember I checked everything. I'm like,
Yo, he's
hacked.
hacked. No one else
way.
is retweeting it.
Yeah.
But I don't know what told me to go on Insta and check Sam's Instagram.
Yeah.
When I saw his post on his Instagram, I'm like, oh, this is real.
Yeah.
And it just went pandemonium from there. I think any media outlet that was covering any basketball, I think social media just went still.
Yeah.
It's one of the few times I've seen the entirety of Twitter just hold still. Like, yo, Luka Doncic got traded to the Lakers.
Bro, I really thought Shams got hacked. And then when I saw like the graphic on Instagram, I'm like, wait a minute, there's no way they hacked Shams' graphics. And Shams was using the official breaking news graphic. I'm like, there's no way they have his graphic too. So
and the mannerisms in that tweet, that sounds too authentic and too like you can tell when someone got hacked, they go overboard with it. Like we've seen reporters hacked and they just say a bunch of nonsense. So
and then he said he came up with the quote tweet, "Yes, this is real." But it's like that's the typical thing somebody who's hacked would say. Yes, this is of course this is real. Somebody who's hacked would say that. But then when I saw the graphics, and then I saw you told me to go on Instagram, I'm like, all right, let me go IG. I saw the graphics, and then I saw ESPN tweeted, and I was like, oh shit.
It happened so quick. It went on Instagram, then Bobby Marks came out about it, then ESPN announced it on their cable. It was crazy.
Yeah.
That's a moment in sports I really won't forget because in real time that was just insane.
It is the most insane trade in sports history.
Yeah, I would say that. I would definitely say that. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. Last thing on Luka before we go on to the next subject. So in 2026, 2027, would you guys take that risk? Let's say we do draft. Let's say we get Ace, and let's say 2026 we get our Cam Boozer. And Luka's available in that summer or next. Are you guys signing him? Are you guys giving him the bag?
Yeah.
Would you take the plunge on Luka if he's available?
Yep, 100%. 100%. Free agency, especially if you don't have to trade anything for him.
Oh,
you get him for free in free agency, unless he like tears his Achilles tendon. And if he's like a normal Luka, yeah, of course, 100%. Any team would.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like the Lakers. I'm pretty sure the Lakers brass won't let that happen. They would probably come to Luka and be like, do you want to leave? If not, I mean, let's hit the button and trade you, get our value for you, let you go, or, keep you. I don't think the Lakers will get it to that point, but we'll see. This is a crazy NBA. Anything could happen in this league. Next, we're going to go Claxton to the Lakers. Now, I know a lot of Lakers fans are probably going to click on this because they're looking for a center upgrade now that you have Luka. You got probably, I think the starting lineup they put out, the projected starting five was LeBron, Luka. I think they had Austin Reeves, Dorian Finney-Smith at the 4, and then Jackson Hayes at the 5. I think that was the official start projected ESPN lineup. So we all know that the Lakers are on a market right now. They need a center bad. The two holes on their team, I think, is definitely a center. And they definitely need probably another wing. Well, I'm thinking they got Vando and DFS. So maybe just another scoring kind of dynamic guard off the bench. That's probably what you would need, I guess, as far as like what you're going to patch. Because your Lakers fans are watching this like, yo, we just took a hit. We're not going to go to the playoff, or we're not going to go to the chip. This is a move for the future. But we need to patch something so at least Luka has something to, play with until we get to we're the 6th seed or we're a playing team and we have a chance to get to the second round. And I remember I was talking to Rage about this with Luka Doncic. He's that good. You give him, he's gone to the Western Conference Finals with less talent around him. So you give him some type of talent, he raises everybody's ceiling, and he could take you some places that you never, expect you to. So as far as Nic Claxton, are you guys thinking like, okay, let's make this deal? I know a lot of Nets fans are upset that his play has been terrible. You look at his analytics have been down. We talked about this tons of times. Rage, what are you feeling on Claxton to the Lakers? Like, if you're a Lakers fan, what are you telling the Lakers right now? Yeah, Lakers. Like, what are you telling Lakers fans right now?
Well, if I'm the Lakers fan, I'd obviously want Nic Claxton. They need a center upgrade. But if
Yeah,
I'm the Nets, I'm saying no,
yeah,
no, hell no.
yeah,
Because the Lakers don't have the thing that we'd really want in
mhm,
terms of a Nic Claxton deal. The picks we really don't like in terms of the picks. There's not necessarily too much I'd want in return.
mhm.
The players aren't there at all either. It's not a trade. It's not a trade I'd even entertain.
Yeah. I think that what do they have, that 2031 first left to
Yeah,
trade? Yeah, what are their
That's
assets left side?
2031.
that's kind of
That's it, 2031. Now,
Well, that and they also
mhm,
have some like swaps.
yeah. Now, Lakers fans, all right. This is what I don't think on Nets Twitter, they're gonna say, okay, we know Sean and Rob Pelinka have a good relationship, obviously. We've seen them have coffee a bunch of times. They're always talking together. They made the DFS move. You know, they're always they seem like they're okay in good terms. And I'm pretty sure Pelinka called Sean, about Dayron or Clax. The thing with Clax is like we're gonna have to take back either Rui and Gabe Vincent to make the salaries match. It has to be something around that, the package. Rui and Gabe Vincent, that hurts our tank because I think that makes us better. You're giving us Rui Hachimura and Gabe Vincent a shooter. You add that to D'Lo, Ben, or whoever we have on the team, CJ. That's not good for our tank. So that's why I think Nets fans, you're too quick to think about let's trade Clax. Let's trade Clax. We're gonna get pennies on the dollar on this terrible pick. Well, it's not gonna be terrible, but it's gonna be a fringe pick. Luka is still Luka. The Lakers are gonna be pretty good, I'm assuming, in 2031. And then you're giving us Rui and Gabe Vincent, which I mean they're good players, but it's like they're gonna make us too good to be bad. Not a great team, but not a good tank team. If you guys know what I'm saying, we're not a good tank team if we get Rui and Gabe Vincent back. So Chubbs, like, what's your head wrapped around this Claxton thing? Why is this Twitter so just feed it to trade Claxton? Feed it.
Nah, I
Yeah.
think people just want the Nets to make a move, get
Yeah.
more draft capital. Because despite us having 5 picks in 25, we only have our own 26, and I don't even think we have our own 27. So
Yeah.
it's definitely we still need to get more capital in those two draft classes.
Yeah.
And I think they're looking at Claxton. They just see Lakers have a 26 pick and like, oh, that could be good. But they fail to realize it's the Lakers. They'll find a way to not be a lottery team,
Yeah.
and they'll end up with like 2 lottery picks. So I
Yeah.
think people are just hungry for moves from the front office.
Yeah.
And I even said, you know what, trade Claxton to Lakers on the space last night. But looking at the contracts that we would have to take on,
Yeah.
not to mention the draft capital that they have, it has to be a 3-team deal.
Yeah, it would have to be a 3-team. That's the only way. Because if you're the Lakers, I don't want to give up Rui. Rui's an important piece for us. Gabe Vincent, I don't think the Lakers really puts that much stock into him. But I don't want to give up Rui for Clax. I want to just give up something else for Clax. You know what I'm saying?
You're
I'd rather.
you're getting finessed immediately
Yeah.
in that deal
Yeah.
and I don't even mean to be funny with that
Yeah.
because the thing with Claxton, I view his defense for that Lakers team, not to say it replaces Anthony Davis because Anthony Davis was just an incredible defensive anchor for that team,
Yeah.
but it definitely keeps the integrity somewhat.
Yeah.
It definitely makes Luka a little more acceptable on that end.
Oh, yeah.
LeBron doesn't have to do much either, and they can just run switch. I think that kind of helps them way more than they realize defensively.
Oh yeah, I think Clax, and you've seen what Clax does when he has meaningful basketball to play. He has one of the 2 generational point guards, the best point guards we've ever seen on his team. Clax is probably going to look incredible. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets 18 and average 18 and 10 on the Lakers if he gets traded to there. But it's like it just doesn't make sense for our current tank. And it doesn't make sense about the compensation we would get unless Rob Pelinka does a genie move and gets us some compensation from another team. Because I guess Pelinka has pull like that. He just landed Luka for 1 pick. I guess he has that kind of magic in his hat. But yeah, Sai, what's your opinion on this Clax trade thing before we get to the next one?
Honestly, like my first thought was yes,
hmm
but after thinking about it a little bit, I just because Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent would probably have to be in the deal. I'm not sure if it would even work because I don't know if the Lakers could aggregate contracts because they are so close to that second apron line.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
in addition, like we're close to the tax line too. So it would have to be like a very, very close trade financially, like a 1-for-1 money wise.
yeah.
I don't.
Because the Nets don't want to be in the tax. They don't want to.
No.
We don't want to be in the luxury tax. We're trying to
No.
escape that.
And they don't want to be in
tax.
the second apron.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to happen for that reason alone.
Mhm.
And even if it was plausible, you have to absorb Rui and Vincent's money for one additional more season.
Yeah.
And they are. And Jordy's like evil demon magic. Like they'll look like superstars when they're on this team.
We're gonna look like the next coming of the next wing, y'all.
And then Gabe Vincent, like we saw the demon magic with Miami.
Yeah.
Like he's used to it. I just don't see. And for the tank, it's like I don't think it's good.
Yeah.
And then even the draft pick, theoretically, that 2031 pick unprotected could be good, but the Lakers just got Luka Dončić for nothing. No disrespect to Anthony Davis, but to get that player, it just who knows? Maybe Wembanyama is on the team in 2031, or maybe somehow they get Cooper Flag this year.
Yeah.
The Adam Silver rigging the lottery somehow for the Lakers. I don't know how they do it, but
yeah,
it just the
definitely
Lakers.
sus.
I will never. The basketball gods love the Lakers. I don't know why, but I can't count on the Lakers being bad.
Lakers fans, I hate you guys. I hate you. If you're watching this, I hate you guys for all the luck you have. All these getting Luka like for nothing. You guys are just you guys are so lucky.
Did y'all watch that Nico Harrison press conference? It's like he literally just said, "Yeah, I just wanted to give Luka to the Lakers for free, just for fun." He's like, "Oh yeah, I talked to the owner and he laughed at the idea." Or I called Rob and he thought I was joking with him when I presented the offer. It's like something has to give. Either one, Luka did something crazy. He has something going his way that's gonna really like ruin his reputation because there's just nothing that I don't even buy we don't want to give him the supermax. I can't buy that.
Yeah,
maybe the owner, because this new owner might be just dirt cheap.
Yeah, the new owner might be on there. Say this, and that's a perfect segue to our next topic about this new CBA and what is the value of a star, because we've seen these teams just hold on to these first like they're gold, like they're wrapped in diamonds.
Though, Nico Harrison, like I thought he was a fantastic GM before this trade. He went from good GM to arguably worse in the NBA. Like. Ever, like maybe even worse than Billy King, to be honest. Like this trade is so bad. Like to do such a misevaluation. Okay, he's like defense win championships. Yeah, you know what else win championships? Offense. Like nobody is treating Rudy Gobert like, oh, this franchise piece. This is the guy. No, defense is important, but not at the cost of offense. Like I would rather have Luka Doncic over Anthony Davis. And I think most other teams, the 29 other teams, would agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
As good as AD is on even as an offensive player, like he's not a primary creator. He's not an engine. Even though he is a phenomenal defender, it does not make up for the offense. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy to me that it feels like Nico Harrison has a vision. He has his vision for what he thinks a championship team is, and his vision is just wrong. It is just objectively wrong, and I think he's going to go down as the worst GM ever.
Yeah. If he doesn't make the NBA Finals, I tell her raise this. If he doesn't make the NBA Finals this year, he's going to have to wear a bulletproof vest when walking around Dallas. Like he's going to have 3 security guards.
Like I don't think
he's going to, bro. Yeah.
I saw Mavs fans bring a coffin to the arena. Maybe it's for him.
Yeah, he's going to have to be protected.
Like, bro, this is the franchise guy.
Yeah.
It's not like he's at the end of his career, in his twilight. This is a guy not even hitting his prime yet. He's 25.
Yeah.
Guy that's been in
like
MVP
we've talked about
votes for like the past 5 years. A guy like Dirk Nowitzki essentially was like, "Yo, this is the guy now. Like he's gonna do it." But you gave him his blessing, like passed the baton to him, and you just gave him for Anthony Davis. No disrespect to AD, but
this trade is so shocking. Patrick Mahomes, days before the Super Bowl, it was like, what is this?
He tweeted out?
He did. He reacted.
He even
tweeted.
Believe it. Go ahead, Ray. You gotta go there.
No, but and it's just no, it's crazy the fact that like obviously everyone was able to like really grasp how insane it was because like we talked about it is probably one of the like arguably the craziest trades in sports history. But like
Yeah.
Luka is one of those guys that we talked about was like one of those untouchable guys that you really can't find that anybody like any team that really has a guy like that isn't getting rid of. Like that's an untouchable.
Mhm.
And for that to go at the price that it did of one first round pick and Anthony Davis is just mind boggling.
Yeah.
The LA's got their star again
Yeah.
for the next 7-8 years at least.
Yeah. Last thing before we get out of here, so the CBA, we see how the CBA is, man. De'Aaron Fox just went for what 2 firsts and 3 seconds or some shit like that. We saw,
Essentially, yep.
yeah, essentially. I mean, Luka goes for one. I can't even say it. Luka Doncic goes for 1 first round pick. So somebody tell me, please, like, what is the value of a star now? What is the value of a role player? What is the market in today's NBA? Like, we're thinking about getting rid of CJ or trading CJ. Like, Sean can't look at the team and be with a dead serious face and be like, I want 2 firsts for CJ. After Luka just got traded for a first, De'Aaron got traded for 2 firsts. Like, what is
You know what Sean can do?
Yeah.
Here's what he's got to do. Go over to the Nuggets
Mhm.
and say, hey, Ben Simmons, 1 first. Give me Jokic.
Ben Simmons in 1 first gets his Joker.
I really don't want to say it, but this really might have reset the market. This
The
really
Luka-
might
the
have
Luka
reset the
trade.
market. Like I hope it's a one-off. I hope
Mm.
the market's not screwed because there's no way a guy like Luka Doncic, who probably going back to that draft class, probably consensus #1 draft pick,
Mm.
only gets you 1 when Sean Marks managed to get 5, and based on the conditions, 6 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's asinine, and that's blasphemy.
Well, Chubbs, here's the thing, though. It isn't even just the Luka thing. Like, okay, he went for 1 first, but they also got Anthony Davis, who is like a borderline top 10 player. It's also the Fox trade. Like, Fox went for 3 firsts in a couple of seconds. One of those firsts is heavily protected. Hornets, not going to convey, so really only 2.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
we're now starting to get like a decent sample size of how good role players are worth seconds now.
Yeah.
Like, I
Great,
think
like
the
high level
value-
role players are at least like it's like 3 seconds is like high level role player thing, or you know what I'm saying? It's like literally what they're worth now. It's
And
crazy.
honestly, this has changed my opinion of how the Nets should build this team because I genuinely believe that to get a player like Luka or even Fox, like in the past, it would have costed you like 3 high quality, like legitimate first, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Like if Anthony Edwards becomes available, we might be able to steal him away for like 2.
Yeah.
We can literally just trade him Ben Simmons and call it.
That's what I'm saying. Like now that the Nets have such a horde of picks, first round picks, now we see NBA teams are really treating these first rounds like they're gold. So it's going to be very, very interesting. What the next? Well, we still have the Jimmy Butler domino is going to fall. What's going to happen with Cam Johnson that fall? A couple more pieces. We're going to see with the Brandon Ingram. How's that going to go out? Like, there's a couple more pieces that have to fall. But we're literally 3 days from the deadline. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Lakers fans, hit us in the comments. Let us know about Nic Claxton. Possibly Day'Ron Sharpe could be on the move too. Day'Ron's a little bit easier of a move. That could be a possible guy for you. Great rebounder. We'll see.
Who knows? Maybe we end up with Zion.
Yeah.
You know what? I can realistically see it now. I can realistically see it now.
The Zion.
Zion's more unhealthy than Luka.
Hey,
come on now.
Anything could happen in the NBA world today. So again, let us know in the comments. Lakers fans, hit us up. Let us know in the comments. What do you guys think about the Luka trade? What do you think about Claxton to the Lakers? Possibly, we don't know. And then today's NBA trade market, it's going crazy. Let us know. Follow us on Instagram. All our Twitters are scrolling at the bottom. That's Kingdom1 on Instagram. And check out netskingdom.net. Great articles by Cypher on netskingdom.net. Latest article, Cam Thomas. Check that out. Appreciate you guys so much. We'll be back.